Hey, girl.
Hold on, let me fix this real quick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
Okay. Hey, Bookie.
In the club with
Yeah.
my twin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all have to put me on here like that because I'm gonna act a fool. Okay.
Yeah. As you should. As you should. It's your episode, Bookie. As you
Hi,
should.
Debbie.
People love to drag it. Like, please be for real.
Hi, Destiny.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Manny. Hi. Y'all, I'm trying to go live on YouTube as well, but it's doing a thing, and the thing that it's doing is not it. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. Come on in, double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. Get all the double taps.
Why he making it about him?
You know, Javis got to drag it every
Oh
single
my
time. He has to
God.
drag it. He doesn't know anything else but drag, 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 drag. Make sure everybody that's coming in, double tap the screen, double tap, double tap, double tap. Double tap the screen.
Send some gifts my way. If you love me like that.
Yes, if y'all love my girl, make sure y'all support her. Follow her TikTok. She does her get ready with me and her baby. So y'all need to watch my girl.
Period. I mean, my baby go more viral than me, but it's fine.
It's okay, you know the kids.
Jabby, what are we going to talk about with Jabby?
Javis needs to zip his lips. We're not talking about anything with him. We're not talking about anything with Javis.
This was his episode. Please,
everybody,
sit down long enough for us to make an episode.
Can't. Y'all double tap the screen. Once we get to 500 likes, we're gonna start the episode. So double tap, double tap, double tap. Please.
They started already in the comments.
We're going to hit the dramas. Y'all, come on, double tap. Okay, y'all, we're almost at 500 likes. Okay, y'all. Kiki, are you ready, girl?
Girl, I'm ready. I'm ready for the shot o'clock, honestly, so I can get this vibe going.
You're trying to get over it. You're trying to get over it. Okay, I know you're trying to get over it, Bookie, but I just want to let you know that I threw in a little monkey wrench on you, so...
Oh my gosh.
I threw a little monkey wrench in on you. Okay. You all, welcome to our episode. This is episode 2, The Hidden Hurt, Unveiling Family Trauma. And we have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Kiera, aka Kiki. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I stay in Orlando now with my husband, DJ Miami. You already know him. Don't need to explain him no further. And my baby girl, Kalia, my 2-year-old. And yeah, I'm just that girl, okay? Don't
Yes. So this is my sister-in-law. Yes, y'all see the ring. Y'all see my girl. Yes. She's married to one of our previous guests. They call him Miami, and I call him Brian. So yeah. So we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna start with the 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The two truths and a lie is I'm the oldest of 9. I went to school for hair, and my first time drinking was my first time getting drunk was when I went to Sip Something University, aka SSU, Savannah State University.
So, guys, which one do you think is the lie? So, she said 3 statements. Comment down below. 1, 2, or 3. Which one do you all think is the lie? Javis, if you keep commenting cap, it's going to not let you comment at all. I'm telling you, it's already said it filter your comments. So you all comment down below. So say them one more time, Kiki.
First one was I'm the oldest of 9. The second one is I went to school for hair. And the third one is that my first time getting drunk was when I went to something University, aka SSU.
So you all keep those statements in mind. Comment down below 1, 2, or 3. And before we get into this episode, I just have to give 2 special shout outs to 2 of our sponsors, Glow Angels and Bodacious Beauty. So I went to an event this past week and I had a blast, you guys. It was called Cocktails and Collabs, and I collaborated with a lot of different people, and it was lovely, y'all. I got to just really get to know people in a different aspect, their different businesses, a lot of different entrepreneurs. So I am going to open up one of the gifts I got from Bodacious Beauty and Bodacious Crafts. So it came with this, a little QR code, and I got the Sex on the Beach Soft Hair Luxe Cream. So I got this from Bodacious Crafts. Her website is www.bodaciouscrafts.com. So it's BODACIOUS crafts with a K, KRAFTS.com. And this is made with shea butter, rose, sunflower oil, and it's a little shea butter. So let me smell it. Smells delish. I did smell it at the event, but I told her that I was gonna put it on my live. So yes, and it is a Black-owned business. You know, we need all those Black jobs. Cause
what's a Black job? Okay.
What's a Black? Yes, and it came with this beautiful business card. So yes, make sure you all shop Bodacious Crafts. She has an Instagram and she has a website. So make sure y'all shop. And of course, I have on my Glow Angels. Yeah, y'all see it. Glow Angels. I have all my Glow Angels. I have some more, but you know, the girls be stealing. So let's start there. Okay. Anywho, are you ready for this shot o'clock?
Is that shade?
The girls be stealing. They do be stealing my stuff. Because why I had just got this lip gloss and it's all the way low. Like, yeah. No.
Who be stealing?
All the girls that goes on vacation with me, somehow the Glow Angels end up on their lips and not on mine. So, but anywho, let's get into it.
Okay.
So, are you ready for this shot o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, so cheers to episode 2.
Oh. I'm sorry, my stuff is not ready yet. Give me a second.
Okay, we're giving you a second, Bookie. Make sure you all are double tapping the screen, sharing the live. All right, cheers to episode 2, The Hidden Hurt, Unveiling Family Trauma. Cheers. Woo, that's lekker. Okay, are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. So, can you share a bit about your background and upbringing?
So, initially when I was growing up, I was in a 2-parent household, and I remember a little bit, not too much, because they got divorced when I was like 7, I think. So I was raised in a 2-parent household. It was a very confusing time. My background is my mama, she's a Christian of all Christians. My daddy is a sinner of all sinners. Okay. I don't know how that combined. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. My mama told me that she wanted me, like they planned me out. I was very much planned because she wanted somebody to love her and stuff like that. I guess she wasn't getting that from my father, which she definitely wasn't. Didn't really have a close relationship on my dad's side growing up. Before the divorce, I can remember a little bit, but after that, it was just downhill. Yeah, that's basically it on my upbringing so far.
Okay, so we kind of sort of had a similar upbringing. I was raised by my mother, As you all know, a lot of you know her. I won't name who she is, but I was raised by my mother. I never had a close relationship with my father. Up until about I would say probably about almost 6 or 7 years ago, I was not close with anyone on my dad's side of the family. My older sister, she did write me a lot, like write me letters. She did when she went to basic training, even when she was just in school living in Illinois, because originally I was born in Illinois. She did write me a lot of letters, and she did try to keep in contact with me, but because I was a kid, I don't know much about writing letters. I would write a letter, but then I never would send the letter. So I just wasn't super close. I did come down a couple times from Illinois to visit my family on my dad's side of the family, but I've never had a super close relationship with my father at all. And it's no shade, no tea, but all tea. I think that as a man, you should be in your child's life. As obviously as a mother, you should be in your child's life as well. But as a man, I think it's a little deeper. You should be in your daughter's life to show her the love, because I feel like your father is the first man that you're ever going to love, and he's going to show you true love, and is going to help you kind of navigate love. And I think that that is a big part of my, I would say, demise with him. So yeah. Moral of the story: me and my father do not have a close relationship to this day, and I think that at my big age, that's okay. So let's get into the next question. So, how has your family's history shaped who you are today?
It really has. Lately, it has been taking a toll on me, because now I'm realizing how their issues have laid upon my siblings' issues. So the stuff that they dealt with, they dealt with the extreme, but I can see key like parts of us that they had. So to me, I just realized I act like my mother. So me and her bump heads a lot. So it's like, it's not going to be a good conversation or anything between me and her, because we're just going to feel how we feel. I stand 10 toes down on everything I say, especially when it comes to my daughter. So if anything, right now it's just not going good between me and her and other people. So, just realizing, like, getting stories being told from my aunt and stuff, how they dealt with stuff and how they're still dealing with the same stuff now, and how they're trying to help us fix situations so we won't be in the same situations that they are in. I was like, how are you going to help us if you can't help yourself? So that's what's going on. So, we're dealing with the same stuff that we're dealing with right now, which communication is one of the biggest things that we deal with. No one is able to pull out their feelings. They just sweep stuff under the rug. And yes. I'm not with that. I'm not with that anymore. Like, I used to do that, but I'm not doing that no more. I'm choosing my peace over, just keeping everybody else okay. That's not what I'm doing anymore. So I'm going to stay in my little bubble in Orlando, and they be in Jacksonville doing what they got to do until I fix myself. But yeah, that's...
Yes. And I'm glad you said that you're fixing yourself, because I think that's a big part of healing, is being more self-aware of who you are as a person and things that you also need to fix. I know previously on the previous episode, we did kind of chit chat a little bit in the comments about, like, being accountable for your actions. And my advice to you, because I've been through a similar situation that you have been through, is to, first of all, check yourself, because sometimes you can be the problem. I was the problem. I was a little bit in my ways, like, oh, I'm not checking for nobody, I'm not doing this for nobody, this is that and the third. As you get older and you heal from certain situations, you do have to kind of be selfish, especially you have your own small family, you have your husband, you have your daughter, but also being open to hearing people out, because sometimes certain things it can be like, okay, we talked it out, we're good, we are not going to agree, it's no agreement. You don't think you're wrong and I don't think I'm wrong, but at the end of the day, we're family, and I think that we should push forward and move forward past this. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be easy. I'm telling you this from personal experience with me and my sister. Me and my sister had a similar situation, and baby, let me tell you, I did not think that I was wrong. I'm like, I'm not reaching out, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. She's wrong, I'm right. That's in the discussion, blah, blah, blah. But I had to realize that, baby, look inward and not outward, because sometimes I'm the problem. My attitude, you know me, I go 0 to 100 real quick. So sometimes I have to check myself and say, this person felt like this because their feelings was hurt, and I have to be accountable for me hurting somebody's feelings. Even if I didn't do it intentionally, I apologize for hurting your feelings. Where it get a little tricky at is when people be like, but this is that and third. No, I apologize for hurting your feelings, period. Mm-hmm. In return, I want to let you know how you hurt my feelings as well, and not saying I'm going tick for tack, but I want you to acknowledge that I was hurt as well in this situation. Mm-hmm. I don't know I don't know the ins and outs of your situation, but I'm just going to say, give it some time, heal from it, talk to yourself, talk to God about it, and then when you have healed from it and you can talk about it and you're not angry, you're not mad, you're not going to snap off and pop off, mm-hmm. then you can forgive them.
Yeah.
Until then, shaky.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
That is my advice to you.
Exactly.
My family's history shaped who I am today. I'm trying to think how it shaped who I am today. For one, I am big on wanting to have my child with both of their parents in their life, and I want to have my child with both of their parents in their life. Even if it's, we're not together, we start off together and we end up not together, I still want my child to have both parents in their life. I want a heavy, strong family dynamic. My family is not close. They don't go on family reunions no more. They don't do a lot of things anymore. And it really hurts my feelings because I really want to be like, oh, me and my cousins, we going X, Y, and Z. Me and my cousins, we doing blah, blah, blah. And that doesn't happen. So for me, I really want that for my child, and my children and my husband. I want us to go on family reunions and I know I look at all of my friends as family, but I do want to be closer with my actual family and do certain things. But I'm just at that point right now where it's just I gotta kind of do what's best for me. And I've tried. And I know they say the pot calling the kettle black. I have tried with a lot of my family members and to get the family together, but it's hard when I have my own trials and tribulations in my life and I'm trying to navigate other people's, and I'm also trying to bring my family together. So our family has came together since our grandparents has gotten older once, and we went on a family cruise and it was cool. We had a great time. We had a blast, but we haven't came back together again after that. And I think a lot of it is us as the younger generation getting into the older generation business, and we need to stay in our lane and focus on being a family. And I think that a lot of people just don't want to be family. They've created their own families. They don't want to be families, and that's okay. But for me, who I am today is I want to have a strong family dynamic. I want to have family activities, field days. I want to do things as a family, take family trips. And me and my mom and my brother, we used to always take road trips. So I want to do that with my kids, and I want to get on a plane, and I want to go on a cruise and be a family, not partial. So yes. So we're going to get into the next question. What are some significant events or experiences in your family that shaped your understanding of trauma?
What they say,
my parents' divorce.
Okay.
That was a time that was very confusing for me. I'm 7 at the time, and they get a divorce. I really didn't understand what it was. I just know that they both left the house that we were all living in. My mom went to an apartment, and then he moved into another house. And when we went to his house, he brings a woman around, and she's pregnant. And I don't know who she is, don't know nothing. Nothing. He don't introduce her as who she fully is. So I'm just thinking she a friend, she watching us and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, we're finna go see your brother. I'm like, no, the one right here, the one next to me, the one that's a few months old. No, this lady that been around you for a few is about to have your brother. I'm like, what? And I'm 7 now. I'm just real confused. I don't know how making the baby work and none of that stuff. I don't know none of that. So I was okay, I'm gonna stay in the child's place. In the black family, you don't question no adult. You don't question at all. So I just say, okay, whatever. I got a new brother. That's it. And so that was very And then once I started like getting older and just like thinking like this is not right. Like my brother was just born, and then maybe a few months later, I see a pregnant lady, and then now she's having my. So now it's not clicking for me. It's just you cheat on my mother. That's what's giving while she's having this baby. So that's very traumatizing for me. Like, and that's one of the things that me and my siblings we always talk about how what our dad has done in our life and everything. Like he is it's in a different world. I don't understand where this man come from, how he act, but I've been in situations where I've been around different women with him, and we just had to go with the flow. Like, oh, this is a new lady. Oh, we like her. And the next thing you know, it's another lady. Oh, we like her. Then we don't see this other lady no more. And maybe that lady's still around. He's just still, he's still being a hoe. Yeah, he's being a hoe.
Multiple kids.
Yeah, definitely the divorce, and then finding out that I was having another brother immediately after that. That was very traumatizing for me, and just very confusing. So yeah.
JT and J. Luke
made me look at him differently for real. But I still respected him as my father because like I don't know the real story. I was a daddy's girl for sure. Definitely. And that's one of the things that bothers me now is that I remember you being a good father, and then all of a sudden you just drop that.
But I'm like,
so that pisses me off still to this day. So I'm trying to get off it.
3K.
Yeah, I think
you might as well do something cute.
With that situation, it comes with like you getting over it. It comes with time. Like that's not like an overnight thing for you. It's not like, oh, I got my own family, I don't care no more. Like my husband's in my child's life. I think it really takes time for you to get over that because let me tell you, it took some time for me. I just probably recently just washed my hands with that probably about 2 years ago. But I think that's
did it have a pool?
I think I first became family. I'm sorry. A traumatic event for me would be one day I was going to Dave and Buster's and I was going with one of my friends. We were like their family was taking us to Dave and Buster's. I was so excited. I'm amped. I'm hyped. I'm like. I'm ready to go to Dave and Buster's. We about to go. And it was kind of late. And mind y'all, I had a 10, 11 o'clock curfew till I was out of my mom's house. So I had a 10, 11 o'clock curfew for a very long time. Let's be clear. I was graduated high school, be in this house by 11. 12,
I don't know if it's
you can slide with 12, but 1201 you pushed it. So we were going to Dave and Buster's and I got a call from a 217 number, and 217, if you know, it's a Illinois area code, and it was my father, and he was calling to tell me that he was in rehab and he was getting himself together, getting his life together, etc., and that he wanted me to come see him and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you're in rehab? And I have heard tits and bits from different family members of speaking on, and let me be very very clear, my mom has never been the person that has bashed my father in front of me. She might have talked to her, she might have did her big one on the phone with her friends, but she has never done it in front of me ever in life. She's never done it in front of me. So when I heard it, and then I have heard little tits and bits, and I started putting together, y'all was broke down crying bad. Like, cause I'm like, my dad is not who y'all say he is. That's not my dad. Like, y'all just making stuff up because y'all hate my dad. Like, my dad did some bad stuff, like da-da-da-da-da. But I really slowly figured out who my dad actually was. And that was like my first piece of trauma, because I'm like, first of all, let's be clear. I didn't know what rehab was. I'm thinking it's jail. Let's be clear. My dad has a very long, lengthy record. So I'm thinking that rehab is jail. I'm like, oh my gosh, my dad is in jail. He wants me to come see him in jail. I'm scared of jail. I don't know nothing about jail. I watch Cops with my mom and all that stuff, and I've seen people go to jail. I don't know anything about jail. So you're telling me that my dad's in jail? So I was broke down crying, and I was so scared to tell like my friends, like, oh, they was like, why are you crying? What's wrong with you? Or whatever like that. And it was because my dad was in rehab, but I couldn't tell them that because at that point I was embarrassed. I'm like, why would I tell y'all that? So I think that was like really my first sign of trauma within my family, of like real trauma, that I started feeling like, dang, like I'm probably never going to see my dad again at this point, because at this point we were living in Georgia. I've been living in Georgia, I think, since I was like 4. And I was born in Illinois. So I've been in Georgia for a very long time. I've went to Illinois to visit, but never to visit for like long periods of time. Like I'm there for the entire summer, anything like that. Like I was there for like a week, 2 weeks at a time, and then I'm coming back home with my mom. So all I know is my mom. So to go visit my dad in those conditions, I just knew my mom was not going for that. And maybe she would have been going for it, but I don't think so. So that was like my first thing of trauma. And then I just kind of, obviously I have a phone, so I'm going to research what rehab is and why you're going to rehab and things like that. And I think that was my first sign of just trauma. And it hurt me. Like it broke me down. And I was just like, dang, like I'm really, like I be playing, but I really don't have a dad, like for real. And I think that was my first thing of trauma. So how has this awareness impacted your own personal journey or mental health?
I don't know. I just become numb to him. I completely shut him off. Like anything that ever comes up about him, I'm ready to go to war about it. Like, he had recently done some things towards my siblings that made them open their eyes about it. Because I've been knew about his stuff, but I wanted them to see what he did. He weren't listening to me because I was telling them, I was like, this, he ain't this, he be doing that, and they weren't listening. They were still going over to his house and stuff like that. So I waited for them to see, and they finally saw, and we all kind of feel the same way about him. Like he's not a good father and stuff like that, and kind of abandoned us and stuff. So I just kind of like, really very numb to the trauma now. And I'm just like really ready to tell him, go out the side of my neck sometimes if I ever see him again. Because I have no type of communication with him at all, like at all. I even have recent siblings that he has, and I've never met them before. So it has affected me. I really wish he was my first heartbreak, honestly. Very, very much so. He was my first heartbreak. And that's very sad. Like, so not having a dad to help me through journeys, like being there when I was married. Like, if I would have had him, I think he would have, like, if he was a good father and stuff, I think I would have probably had a wedding. But I didn't. I just, everything, I just wanted to be, close-knit with me and my husband and a few others. But if we had that good relationship, I probably would have been able to do a lot more stuff, been felt like a princess more often, daddy's girl still. But no, I don't. And now I just have this hate in my heart towards him, and I don't want that. But it's just how he perceives himself and how he treats us and stuff. So, I'm just, that's how it shaped my life. I don't freak with him. I'm not gonna cuss, so I don't want to get mad.
I am gonna say, I remember that you had said when you first started off with your first statement that you were trying to tell your siblings about, your father. And my sister, I don't think that she was trying to tell us, but she was kind of trying to like warn us and like coddle us and like help us like understand that
on that one?
Don't get your hopes up. I think that's like, she wasn't like being nasty with us or anything about it, but she had already had her heart broken and she was sad and everything, and she had to let us figure it out on our own. And it took me years. Like I'm talking about, I'm not saying I'm going hard against my sisters about my daddy. I'm never doing that. But I legitimately was like, I can still see the good in my dad. Like, he's still fine. Like, what he was like that with this person, but he's gonna do right by me. Like he gonna look out for me. It was times I would ask my dad for money. I'm in college. I need money. I'm going places. I was having to call my mom, but why do I only have to call my mom when it's two parents made me? So I'm calling my dad. My dad's like, okay, I'm gonna send you $200 on Friday. So Friday come, I'm ready. 8 a.m. I wake up. I know I'm getting $200. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to get that money from my dad because it wasn't no Cash App, and my dads never had all that. And I don't even think that was a thing when I was in college. But Yes, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting $200, and Friday come, I'm blowing that phone up, calling, back to back. Oh, what he did? Cut that phone off, baby. You won't get them $200. You better figure it out. Figure it out. And I think that experience, those experiences, really helped me to say I don't want to depend on anybody. Obviously, I can always depend on my mom. I have a plethora of friends I can depend on, but I don't want to depend on anybody. So when I was in college, I was working 2 and 3 jobs, and I was still going to class, and I was still making the grades that I needed to get to the next semester passing. I was in college. I was working at the Solaris booth in the mall, and then I was working at Apple, and then I'm coming home and I'm studying and I'm getting back up and I'm doing it all over again. That really just made me not want to depend on anybody, because it's like, if I can't depend on somebody that created me, why do I need? No, I'm going to depend on myself for the rest of my life. And that's pretty much how I've been. So people are like, why are you working 2 jobs? Why are you this? Brian can tell you very clearly, I got into a fight with a girl because she was trying to run her mouth in our apartment, running her mouth about me. Oh, you working all these jobs, you can't even depend on your mom, blah, blah, blah. Legitimately got in a fight with this girl because, baby, I'm not working because I want to call my mom. I'm grown at this point. I don't need to be able to call my mom. And if I do need to be able to call my mom, it's probably from the jail cell. But if I do need to call my mom, it needs to be like my last resort. And the girl was just like running her mouth about things she did not know anything about. And I had to let her know, like, I'm not doing her to sue, baby. So yes, just everything that's going on with my father, it has really grounded me and helped me understand that I need to depend on myself. I need to be my first and second resort. My mom can always be my last resort. I have a significant other, so he's my next resort after that. But it just, me growing up just really channeled me into really locking in with, I need to make it happen for myself, because my dad does not want to make that happen for me. He does not want to do the things that he should do for me. So yeah, like it's gonna be that. So yeah, and obviously, like I've said, my mom has always been someone that I can count on, depend on, call on any time of the day. Yeah. So you ready for the next shot of clock? We are halfway through the episode. So let's get ready for the next shot of clock. Make sure you all shop Glow Angels and Bodacious Crafts on Instagram. And we're about to, are y'all prepared for this next shot of clock? Get ready.
Ready.
Hold on, wait, I ain't ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, halfway through the episode. All right, y'all, make sure you all are double tapping the screen, sharing the live, y'all. We are halfway through the episode, and it's getting juicy. We ain't even got to the TTT yet. I mean, we have, but we haven't. Okay. Let's get into it. Not too much. Keep it cute in that comment section.
Oh my God.
You know what? Y'all need to lay low, okay? Y'all got to lay low on me, okay? Okay. All right, so next question. In what ways has family trauma affected your relationships and interactions with your family and friends?
It hasn't really. It makes me want to do more for people. Like, since I can't depend on certain people, where I'm always willing to always be there for my friends and my family. Like, anything they need or want, I'm always, ask my bestie. Listen, always there for her, 24/7. Anything she need or want. I'm just always that person of need. Like with my siblings.
Baby, I gotta
just to briefly touch on, it was very rough raising 4 kids in a household at middle what do you say, middle class. So we really wasn't having a lot of things that it was a lot of noodles and oodles and basic food. Wasn't going out to eat all the time like everybody else was. Like, if you wanted to go do something, you probably won't be able to do it. So any chance that I got any type of funds, I was always spending it on me and my siblings. I never spent it on myself. So when it comes to like now as a mother, I'm ready to spend hella money on Kalia, but on myself, I'm like, do I really need that?
Yeah.
So one of my love languages is gifting. I love gifting people for just because. So that's really what like not having that at home made me want to do it more for the people that I love. And yeah, that's just what it was. It just made me better. It didn't make it worse. It just make me want to do better for myself and others.
It's just like when I see fucking Naya's name spelled.
Okay, so I would say it has affected my relationships, family trauma. I don't really think it has affected my relationships with family and friends. I think that I've always been like a mom to people. I've been, I wouldn't say a second parent, but I'm the parent of the group. So yeah. I don't think it has affected I don't let my daddy issues affect my relationships with my friends. I feel like family period, not being close to my family, has made me closer to my friends that are not my family. That's not my blood family, but I feel like all of my friends' blood could not make us closer. Like we are for real, like they are for real all I have. So I would say that has made me just closer to my family. I mean, to my friends. Like when me and my friends get into it, I have kind of started living by this. I think it was probably in college. I started living by, as quick as I will forgive my significant other, I need to be just as quick to forgive my friends. Because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. Y'all forgive a man down to the ground, but y'all will not forget them friends. Them friends will do one little wrong thing, y'all can't talk it out, get over it, get past it, and I just be feeling like that's just not fair. Yeah. So I value my friendships. I want to keep my friends in my life for the rest of my life. So sometimes I gotta take a breather and a break for them because they do get on my nerves.
Oh, is that 30,
but
30?
I also yeah, my sister's a menace. I also have learned that, as quick as I'm going to forgive my significant other, I need to be able to forgive my friends. And sometimes you do be needing a break. You got to step back and kind of just evaluate the situation. And you would do like just the same way you would do with your legitimate friends. Your legitimate family. You want to sit back and evaluate the situation versus anything else. So I think that I'm super big on just forgiving them. Like sometimes it be taking a minute. Like some days I'd be like, you know what, I could do bad all by myself. But
the kids must be.
I think that I'm big on just forgiving them and just being there for them in their time of need. I know a lot of my friends, they have children and their fathers are not in their children's life, or they're shaky in their children's lives. So I be there for my friends. I help my friends. What you need me to babysit? Okay, cool. Which her baby need? I'm gonna get it for you because I don't never want a child to feel like, dang, I don't have nobody but my mama. Like my mama, the only person that do something for me. And sometimes that being legitimate true. I can't do everything for other people, but I try to be there for people and I try to help them whenever, however they need. So yeah, I think that's pretty much helped me. And obviously I help my friends and I help my family out whenever they need help. I'm there for them. Because I just drove 6 hours with my brother to Virginia. So you guys to know that's love because baby, I hate driving. I'm getting to the point where I think I need to go get my CDLs because that road and me shaky.
Piggyback on that. Me and my bestie, we when we were living together, we were like bumping heads a lot, but we never took a break because we were living together. But we had recently went through something, not recently, but earlier in the year, we had went through something and we took a break for the first time. And I tell you, me and her missed each other for the short period of time we took a break. Like we took the time, we said we need to take a break from each other and just take a step back. And I tell you, every day I was thinking about her. I was like, I hope she's good and all that stuff. And when we came back, we had an understanding, and we've been, good, locked in for sure. So you definitely need to take that break from friends when you always constantly with each other, 47 and jabbing.
I'm not stunning that man. Not.
Anyways, but yeah, just you always need a break from people. That's why, recently I'm going something with my sister, and we definitely need. I brought we've been together for years. Like I grew up with her. Like she came a year after I was born. So we've been together since forever, and then she came to Savannah State with me, and then she moved down here to Orlando with me. So we just kept being with each other. So once we had our little falling out, it was just like very wise for her to move on. And just go somewhere else, and so we could just be done with it, because it wasn't gonna be peaceful in here if it was to be stayed. Because no. And plus, I never got the chance to really enjoy being married in the house by myself, being with my family by myself. So it's been a very new atmosphere being with just me and my husband and my daughter. It's been very, very great since she decided to leave. So yeah.
So what is that? Does that mean like baby number 2's coming soon? JK,
baby. JK. When she 5, y'all can expect another one.
Okay, we're gonna give you a little time. 2
years old, y'all. Give me 3 more years, please. Okay. She already ruined my dang on scene. Yeah, I ain't trying to ruin nothing now.
Okay. I'm kidding, y'all. Lay low.
Ange, please.
I'm just gonna kind of piggyback off of what you just said. I don't think that me and my best friend has ever taken a break from each other, but also we've never lived with each other. I feel like I've always had like a long-term or a long-distance relationship with my best friend. Like that's like my long-distance soulmate. Like we have always, me and Trina has legitimately been long-distance all the time. Like we went to middle school together, we went to high school together, and then after high school, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna see you when I see you. And I think that was like the time we took a break, because freshman year, I probably seen Trina like once. That whole year, was my freshman year, I probably seen Trina one time. And in the time that I probably seen her, she was probably on FaceTime. But I probably seen her like once that year. So, yeah, I think that was... I think that was the only time that we had took a break. Like, and then when she had her own family, then it just kind of got a little bit distant, because she has her own family. She lived her own life. She just doing her own thing now. So it was like a little distant then. But I don't think there have ever been a chance. It was like we feel like, okay, I need a break from you. You're getting on my nerves. Like, no, I don't think it has ever been, but I think you come a valid point. Y'all lived together, did everything together, went to school together, eat together, come home together. So yeah. So
everything together. Literally, we was like this. So, yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give to others who are confronting similar family challenges?
Well, now that I have come to terms with my situation, I suggest that you put yourself first.
Ooh.
Put yourself first, because this whole time, like, I just always put everybody else's feelings, because everybody had this preconceived notion about me, of how I act, about my attitude and stuff like that, and how I just pop off like that. So, and once I realized, like, yeah, you're right, but I don't just do it just because. Like, y'all, it's literally stacking up. I'm not sitting here just like, oh, the first thing you say, I'm just popping off. No, it's major. It's like stuff popping up. So yeah, I'm gonna pop off, but I do have the tendency to pop off like that, especially when it comes behind my child. I don't play by clearing their times, okay? But put yourself first, and also take accountability for your actions, and just look within yourself. Like, what is it that people don't like about you, and could it be fixed? And what I'm going through, it can be fixed, but it needs to be away from everybody else. I had to be away. My auntie gave me advice and said, you need to take your time away from everybody and just, work on yourself and just worry about your family. So anything that's going good, focus on that before you work on the bad stuff right now. If it's going good, focus on that and where you're happy. And then when the time comes, you can focus on that bad stuff later. So yeah, that's all I can say is just focus on yourself because you matter. Your mental self matters, and everything else, your physical, everything else, just you. Because at the end of the day, you gonna die by yourself. You gonna have to worry about that stuff in your head by yourself. Nobody knows what you're thinking, all that stuff like that. Nobody knows how you feel for real inside. So just work on yourself and all that, and you can work on everything else later. That's all.
Okay, my advice would to you or to anyone in any advice. I mean, my advice to anyone going through a similar situation is traumatic counseling. We sometimes, a lot of the times, we talk to our friends and our family, and they're not in your shoes, they're not in your skin, they're not in your head. And they can give you advice, but that advice is only going to go so far. So my advice is traumatic counseling. Even if you decide, I don't want to sit down and talk to a counselor, I don't want to do that, that's not for me. Find things that help you heal your inner childhood. Because I think a lot of things stems from childhood, things that you've been through that you've never had the chance to address. In Black households, baby, you don't address it. You get over it. And or what does parents be saying? You be like, you sick or you don't feel good, you need an A whooping. Yeah. So everything, I feel like a lot of things were not talked about in Black households because it's like our parents are going through
Facts, sister, depressed conditions. Oh my gosh. Literally. You can't have no feelings in a Black household. Literally none.
Oh my god. Okay, y'all, for real.
That made no sense.
They had no feelings. And it'd be a lot like you'd be like, I'm going through it. You be heartbroken. Your little boyfriend from school to break up with you. Girl, you don't know nothing about no heartbreak. Oh,
exactly.
You don't got no nerves. Like, what? And I just always feel like our parents feel like whatever we going through, they going through something deeper. So yes. You ain't going through nothing.
Right.
So I feel like you really gotta lock in. It's a lot of things.
Come on. You don't know love. Come on. What you talking about? Go ahead, love them. That schoolwork. Love that schoolwork and pass got my house. Come on.
Okay, for real. Ashley, shut up. You gonna be crying. Okay, for real. You really gotta, it's your inner childhood. You have to heal your inner childhood because that's where a lot of our issues stem from. Our inner childhood. We was going through it as a child, and some parents, they don't believe in going to therapy, and they didn't you had to put yourself in therapy as you got older. So you really have to like dig into your inner childhood and really figure out what the problem is. And I didn't figure out what my problem and my anger stemmed from until I went to anger management counseling. Like, why am I so angry? Like, what be making me mad? Like, why do I be quick? I'm quick with it, baby. I snap, crackle, and pop. It's a wrap. What was said? Oh, okay. But I have really changed my ways. If y'all know me from college to who I am now, I have changed my ways a lot. So, yes. Please let love in the comments. The first person to say something smart, I'm blocking y'all.
I really want to try counseling, but it's always the time for me to be able to do it because I am a mom, and then his occupation is so demanding with DJing. So it's just like, when could I ever find the time? Because I don't want to do it online or anything. I want to be in person.
Yeah. I would say you gonna have. Does your job offer, like, they should offer like some type of time?
They do. I need to look. I think they do. Because one of my old coworkers, she went through a little breakup and they saw it on her face, and I was like, we offer therapy stuff, and I didn't really think about it when they said it, but after you said that, I should look into it because I need that, especially
and then they can probably work around your work schedule because you'll get a doctor's note and everything for it. So the corporate mommy Jazz, she in the comments, she'll let you know about that time, but they should offer you some time to like take counseling and really just lock in with yourself. And I think that you being a mom, especially a young mom, I think that it'll be good for you to just kind of do it because I'm pretty sure you went through PPD and things like that.
I do. Postpartum is not a joke, okay? It's not a joke. I definitely went
So
through it.
yeah, I think you do. You should just look into it and just kind of see what your job offers, and just even if you just went for one session or a couple sessions just to see, because sometimes it's not the first counselor you pick. It can be the third counselor you pick. Some people are like, oh, I want a black counselor, somebody that can understand what I'm going through. But my sister recently had told me that she has a counselor that's a Caucasian woman, and she had that counselor for a very long time. So sometimes it's not, people of our same race. Is really you have to do the work inside the office and outside the office. And some people, they want to go to counseling. Oh yeah, I'm going to counseling, and then they come home and they snap, crackle, and pop, and still you're not doing your homework. You're not checking in with yourself. You're not doing your breathing exercises. And breathing exercises, I'm just be honest with you, they don't work for me. My mind don't go to the breathing exercises. It goes to, let me just not say nothing, because me saying something is going to come out the wrong way. So I may need to just take a step back and just be quiet for a second, because the breathing, it don't do nothing but piss me down. I'm going to just be honest with you. But, do what works best for you. Don't take my advice on the breathing exercises. They may work for you.
Girl, I be
especially because you're a mom and you have to have.
I try to breathe and I try to count, and it work and it don't work.
Yeah, it'd be a little shaky. Okay, y'all. So we are about to wrap up this episode. I'm going to ask Kiki one more question, and then we're going to get into which one was her lie. Okay. So, have you found ways to integrate these experiences into your self-concept in positive ways? So the positive ways that you choose not to deal with certain things, have you integrated those into your daily life? Like, what do you do to integrate those into your daily life so you're not constantly in your head about things that you're dealing with?
I don't think I have matched that yet.
Okay, so I think a lot of people, they just keep themselves busy, and they just do things just keeping themselves busy and not really locking in. But I think another thing that can help, I did do a couple months ago, but I haven't really locked back into it, which is reading. And just really applying myself to something bigger and better, like not focusing in on all the negative things that I've been through or negative things that's happened in my life, but really just channeling in on positive things and just being a better version of myself, and not making the same mistakes that maybe my parents made when I was younger. My parents did X, Y, and Z. Well, this time I'm going to do A, B, and C. So I think that is a positive way to just kind of channel in on the positive things in your life, and not letting what you've been through make a path for where you're going in life. I know that you got some spicy things going on, so I'm going to wish you well on that.
Thank you.
Let's get into which one was the lie.
Well,
so go ahead and say go ahead and say the statements again, and then we're going to say which one is the lie.
Okay, the first one was, I am the oldest of 9. The second one is, I went to school for hair. And the third one is that I didn't get drunk until I went to Sipsum University.
So which one do you all think is the lie? Tell Brian, get out.
Brian, get out.
Don't be doing that on my TikTok. Okay, so go ahead and reveal which one is the lie.
All right, the lie was I got drunk at SSU. I definitely got drunk before I got there when I was but I am the oldest of 9, and I did go to school for hair in high school. My high school was a technology school, so they had like cosmetology, doctors, nurses, and plumbing and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, so
we new to getting sips on none of that. Ain't new to it, Casey, at all. Very true to it.
Okay, y'all. So we did ask some questions on our story, and I'm just going to kind of go through the answers really quickly. So what lessons can we learn from experiences of family trauma to create healthier family environments in the future? So someone said, hold on. How to be different with your own kids. Don't repeat the same patterns. No matter how small you think it is, small things have a huge impact. In what ways have you grown or changed since confronting and discussing your family trauma? Someone said, I'm able to set better boundaries now. I also have let go of the idea of a perfect family. I have been able to address personal insecurities that stem from that trauma. Another question. How can storytelling or sharing personal experiences of your trauma help others in similar situations? It's always there to be a safe space, letting people know that they aren't the only ones who are going through a particular thing. And what steps have you taken personally to heal from your family trauma? Someone said, help is help. Loving my family from afar. Get a therapist and psychiatrist. What's done can't be undone. So what's next? And I think we had a few more answers to that question. We learn our pain is an excuse to cause others theirs, unbeknownst or not. And everyone wants to feel understood. Creating a safe space is so necessary. So, guys, that is a wrap. Episode 2, Unveiling the Hidden Hurt, Unveiling Family Trauma. It is a wrap. We want to thank Kiki for coming onto our platform and hanging out with us for episode 202. How was it for you, Kiki?
It was so fun. The little shots was getting me lit. I ain't even gonna lie.
Now she's getting a little tip.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed sharing stuff. So it wasn't hidden. It was just the opportunity never presented itself for me to tell. So I was glad to tell a little bit of what I went through as a child.
Okay, well, we want to thank you for having us again. Make sure y'all shop Glow Angels and Bodacious Crafts. Episode 3 will be coming in August, and we are going to be talking about misplaced anger, because I know a lot of y'all got a little bit of misplaced anger, and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it and just, touch your nose. You got a little misplaced anger?
No, everything is placed.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining the Truth Be Told podcast. Make sure you all subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on TikTok. And thank you so much. Good night.
Shout out to my friends. I love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.